Hello to all of you. Hello to Mrs. Mariam Rajavi. Hello to Ashraf 3 and to resistance units across Iran. I remember when I was 16 years old, I was standing in a cemetery as big as life. So many sweet souls, so many proud cedars, nameless and unmortal, resting in this mass grave. The better scenes of the days of the 1988 massacre march in my mind. The pains of mothers, the pain of fathers, I still hear it. I remember my childhood. I was 1 year old. My father was arrested for being a supporter of the People's Mojahedin Organization of Iran, or the MEK. A few months later, he was arrested along with my mother. Among the tortured prisoners I walked, I heard their cries from torture chambers. My mother's friends, teenage girls as young as 13 or 14 young women, they took to the execution chambers. 2 of my mother's friends were pregnant at the time of the execution. Now I'm 5 years old. My parents have been released from prison, and for the first time, I experienced the taste of being with both my parents at the same time. Now I'm 6 years old. My father was arrested and sentenced to 5 years in prison for the crime of a simple phone call with one of the supporters of the MEK. I count the days, the weeks. I'm waiting for the 5 years to end. 2 years have passed. Now it's the summer of 1988. I'm standing in front of the prison where my father and his friends have been banned from visits. His kind friend and compassionate friends encouraged me from behind the window with their smiles. For 3 consecutive months I stood in front of the prison without being given any answers. Now it's 1988, the fall of 1988. They called my grandfather and informed him of my father's execution without any sign of his body, his grave, or even a piece of his clothes. What have you done to us? What have you done to us? What did they want without freedom? Except freedom, equality, prosperity, and comfort for all? And today I'm standing here next to the proud organization of the MEK, the same resistance whose red name is the most important red line for in the mullah's regime. The same resistance that despite all the killings, the torture, all the executions, missiles, slanders and lies and terrorist conspiracies, stand proudly on the side of the people in history, and it's committed to complete the overthrow of you in the mullah's regime. The same resistance that does not surrender to any dictator, whether the Shah or the mullahs, it will never surrender. The same resistance whose resistance units the heroes will not let the flames of the Iranian people's uprising and desire for freedom be extinguished ever. I'm standing in the Western world, the world that makes friends with the murderers of the Iranian people with its dirty policy of appeasement. And the children of this land pay the price of their disgraceful appeasement with their pure blood. The same ones who free the murderers of Iranian people and those convicted of crimes against humanity. They don't have any iota at what they believe, they called human rights. Shame on anyone who adds a moment, just a single second, to the disgraceful life of this regime. We neither forget nor forgive the murderers and the accomplices of the murders of random people. And today, I'm standing in front of you, the MEK and my dear sister Maryam Rajavi, and I swear I bow that the highest honor of my life is knowing the MEK and being on your side. You became the flag bearers of the justice movement and turned it into a national demand. You who not let a drop of blood of the marred young people who died on the path of freedom be captured and downgraded the dirty complicity of the appeasement and mullah's regime, or a flag of the people's marred remained on the ground. As the Iranian resistance's leader Masoud Rajavi said in his speech at Amjadi in Tehran in the 1980s, be sure that every hand you break from the MEK, 10 more hands will be added to them. And every eye that you gauge out, 100 more eyes will see, and every heart you tear from the MEK's body, every head. Thousands more hearts and minds will replace it. Dear Masoud, dear Masoud, you have proven this like every other thing you've said, and we will continue the path of that generation until Iran is free and will remain by your side forever. The world must know Masoud is our teacher. The world must know Masoud is our teacher.